Now you got the rest of the crew interested. They're ready to go.
You got to get everybody fired up.
3-3 ball game, 2012 Baseball Town All-Star Classic from First Energy Stadium in Reading, Pennsylvania. Steve Degler, Ricky Metallico, Doug Heater, Rob Hackash, and our fantastic Service Electric crew bringing you all the sights and sounds of the first Eastern League All-Star game here since 1974.
I didn't know Rob Hackash was still here.
He's here, and they're working hard down there.
Game.
Robbie Woodlansky will lead off the fifth. You let no one up for air.
Did you see my shirt?
How did you manage to get your own T-shirt?
I didn't. That has nothing to do with me.
You're not getting any royalties of Ricky Bono's.
Absolutely not.
Who's your agent?
No, you know what? Whoever does it just sent me a couple shirts for my daughters, and that was it. The Ricky Bono's T-shirts.
That's all you got? A couple of shirts out of the deal?
Yeah. Saw a couple of them tonight, so they are selling. Hot cakes. Get your red hots.
I don't know if I'd go that far. 2 in a crowd of 9,000.
Sure, that Aaron just comes in and pitches to a guy who doesn't even never caught before.
Aaron Kurtz finished the fourth inning after Johan Pino left with an injury. Woodlansky will pop it foul. Soboleski has room, and that's one away in the fifth. Here was the fourth inning. Pino started things, gave up a single, and then Jordan Leonardton with a home run to right center. Tied the ball game. That was a nice shot.
That's one of those lefty swings.
And Pino got a strikeout, and Thomas Neal had to leave the game after that batter. Kurtz came in and has really been impressive.
I got to tell you something. Kurtz is probably my favorite pitcher I've seen out there right now. The guy comes in, blowing some cheese, not afraid to attack the hitters. That's something, by the way, that gets the scouts going. They look at a guy like this and they see no fear. And this is like a bigger game for these players. So if you got somebody who could step up in one of these games, I think the scouts really like that.
Daniel Mayora, the batter. 1-0 the count. Number 9 hitter in the West lineup.
Topping out at 96 doesn't hurt.
With a pretty good slider at times as well. Mayora, 26 years of age, out of Venezuela. Originally signed by the Colorado Rockies. Straightaway right field. Bryce Brentz for out number 2 in the inning. I want to ask you, Ricky, because you mentioned something earlier about Kurtz and the way he was throwing out there. At what point in your career, and again, you were a non-drafted free agent, did you go from becoming a thrower to a pitcher?
It really didn't take that long. It was oddly strange because I had a weird thing happen. I was brought in out of nowhere because it was the middle of July. I got signed. They told me I wasn't going to go to spring training. Somebody got hurt in Martinsville, sent me down there. Okay, now I'm a thrower. I was a catcher. I had a real messy wind-up to start with. And it took about 2 games, really. And it was one of those things like, just extend everything. Make sure you're extending. And they used to work with me in the outfield trying to extend all the time. I mean, ground balls, and I would throw it into second base like that during batting practice. And my pitching coach would always be with me. He'd say, attack it. Now, extend on it. Extend. Everything's a crow hop. And once I got that down, things got better. But I went from a nobody to a number 2 pitching prospect in 6 days. I went from a beer league ball player to a, sometimes you need some breaks. I had the game that we had a ton of scouts at from the Phillies. I had a perfect game through 7 2/3 in my first start in the minors. So, I mean, sometimes you just need a good start once in a while. And then they put me in the bullpen.
And it led to an all-star appearance. You're the all-time saves leader here in Reading.
Yes, sir. 2 years, though.
2 seasons, but really 1 year.
It probably wasn't even a year, I thought.
Came up during 1 year and left in the middle of the next year.
Yep.
42 saves, a Reading Baseball Hall of Fame member. Well-deserved, I might add.
Thank you. It was a great honor. That was a fun night. I should have just moved here.
We'll take you. You're more than welcome.
Go for mayor.
Let's not push it.
Come on. You want to vote for it?
If you ran in my hometown, yes, I would.
Thanks. I'd vote for you, too.
I'd be your campaign manager.
My wife has.
Wouldn't be the first time. 2-2 the count to Yuri Perez. We'll move on.
You're going to the bus days, aren't you?
No, not at all. Tap toward Hernandez at second, and Eric Kurcz, very impressive. 5 up and 5 down. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left. We're halfway home in Baseball Town. The All-Star game is tied at 3.